All right, hello, my name is Stuart Myers. I'm at Myers Plants and Pottery in Pelham, Alabama. We opened in 1971, so we're celebrating our 50th year. I was 12 years old when I started here, with a few years off here and there. I've been here most of the time. But we're going to talk about things to do in the garden when it's hot, it's been dry or wet, and the plants just look a little weary. What can you do to get your garden for late summer, moving into fall? Things that don't require maybe a lot of money. Maybe it's just going to be just something that you need to take the pruners and go after things and cut them back and let them come back out. Just refresh the garden. So these are caladiums, and all of our caladiums take shade, but there are a lot of caladiums that can take full sun also. So these are 3 weeks old from starting from a bulb, and we started these, covered about a ½ inch of soil over the top. And this is what we end up when it's hot like this. They grow very fast. Several colors, but easy to put in the garden to make a quick burst, or maybe don't have a lot of time, just put it down, cover it up, and walk away from it. But that's caladiums. We also started cutting plants back about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you can do this on most any time you want to. We know our begonias begin to get weathered, get weary looking. This was cut back about 2.5 weeks ago from a plant that looked like this. So this is what we ended up with now. Take us into the fall, give us great color. So you can't be afraid to cut things back. And we cut them back like this. And you can always ask us what plants you can cut back or how to cut them back. We'll be glad to help you like this. So 2.5 weeks ago from this to this, we did a liquid feed after we cut them back and just make sure they were watered properly. Easy to do. Begonias, coleus, marigolds, impatiens, cut them back right now is a great time. We also started the impatiens, which are called SunPatiens. This is an impatient that can take full hot sun, and it can also grow in the shade. But this plant is like a workhorse for us. We can expect about 18 inches tall and 18 inches wide with an occasional clip here and there. That's all we do to this one. Just does great for us. We cut our purslanes back about 2 to 3 weeks ago. They had gotten leggy, they had gotten yellow. We clipped them back, dosed them with some good liquid fertilizer, just made sure our watering was okay. And here we are back again, looking like it's May all over again. And this plant will take us into October, maybe as late as November. But easy to do, just don't be afraid to cut them back. We get the long, leggy sweet potato right now. I know it hurts a lot of times, but sometimes you just got to cut them back to center that growth back into the plant, rejuvenate it, make it look like it's spring all over again. Plus, easy to root, start somewhere else in the garden or in a jar in the window of the house. It goes for your yellow sweet potatoes, your black sweet potatoes also. And we're doing a lot with ornamental grasses, purple muley grass, the zebra grasses, and the miscanthus. A lot of things that if you don't have time to garden, they work for you. They take care of themselves in the garden. So we use things like this, easy to grow. Here's another one we talk about. It's bulletproof. It's called Lantana. I'm sure you all know Lantana. But Lantana will take us till the fall. This gives you an example of how we cut this plant back, refertilize it over. These are the ones that we didn't get to. These are the ones that we had time for about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So cutting it back, refertilization, we bring it out just like this, just night and day. So if things in your garden begin to look weary, it's very simple, and it's gratifying a lot of times too. As we come in here and take these ends off, we cut the ends off, we're creating new growth, and new growth brings us new flowers, and that's what we want. Sometimes we cut hard back like this, but for most homeowners, they can't stand to do that. So we still come in, take off the ends, get that new growth center back in there, fresh new plant in about 2 or 3 weeks. It'll take us all the way till frost.